In a landmark moment for global football, it has been finally confirmed that Sheikh Jassim bin Hamad Al Thani has successfully taken over Manchester United following a high-stakes meeting with the Glazer family last night. After months of speculation, negotiations, and public debate, the ownership of one of the world's most iconic football clubs has changed hands, ushering in what many fans and experts are calling a new era at Old Trafford. Sources close to the matter revealed that a decisive meeting took place late last night in London between representatives of Sheikh Jassim and the Glazer family. The meeting reportedly lasted several hours and concluded in the early hours of the morning. Both sides reached a final agreement after resolving outstanding issues related to valuation, transition of operational control, and future vision for the club. Sheikh Jassim, who has long been linked with a full acquisition of the club, is understood to have purchased 100% of Manchester United from the Glazer family. This marks the end of the Glazers' controversial 19-year ownership, a period marked by both significant commercial growth and deep-rooted discontent among fans. The Qatari royal's interest in Manchester United was first reported in early 2023 when the Glazers announced a strategic review of the club's ownership. At that time, the club was fielding offers from various entities, including British billionaire Sir Jim Ratcliffe and American investment groups. However, Sheikh Jassim's offer stood out for several reasons. Unlike partial stake bids, Sheikh Jassim was clear from the outset he wanted full control of the club. His bid was reportedly debt-free and promised substantial investment not just in the first-team squad, but also in infrastructure, including stadium renovations and upgrades to the training facilities. Over several months, his camp engaged in due diligence and multiple rounds of negotiations. Despite reported frustrations and stalled discussions, Sheikh Jassim never withdrew. Instead, he strategically bided his time while ensuring his vision remained aligned with the club's long-term ambitions. Last night's meeting confirmed that his patience and persistence have finally paid off. The takeover is expected to result in sweeping changes across the club, starting at the executive level. Senior figures in Sheikh Jassim's inner circle are anticipated to take up key roles, and a full-scale review of the club's sporting and commercial departments is likely already underway. Stadium redevelopment: Old Trafford is set for a major facelift. Sheikh Jassim's team is believed to be exploring options for either modernizing the current stadium or building a new state-of-the-art facility. Investment in football operations: significant funds are expected to be made available for player recruitment, the academy, and sports science. The goal is to return Manchester United to consistent title contention in England and Europe. Fan engagement: one of the central tenets of Sheikh Jassim's vision has been reconnection with the club's global fan base. Early reports suggest a commitment to more transparent governance and a potential reintroduction of fan representation in decision-making processes. Debt erasure: the Glazers' tenure was marred by the debt they saddled onto the club during their leveraged buyout. Sheikh Jassim has promised to clear all debts related to the club, giving United a clean financial slate. The reaction has been swift and emotional. Thousands of Manchester United fans gathered outside Old Trafford overnight after news of the meeting broke, celebrating with chants, fireworks, and banners welcoming the new owner. Former players, pundits, and journalists have weighed in, with many seeing this as a turning point not just for Manchester United, but for English football at large. Gary Neville, long critical of the Glazers, tweeted, "At long last, a new dawn. Let us rebuild Manchester United." Some analysts, however, have raised concerns about the growing influence of state-linked or sovereign wealth in football. Sheikh Jassim, a member of the Qatari royal family and chairman of the Qatar Islamic Bank, brings considerable financial muscle, raising questions about competitive balance and governance in European football. Manchester United is set to hold a press conference later this week where Sheikh Jassim is expected to address the media, outline his vision for the club, and introduce some members of his executive team. In the meantime, the footballing world will be watching closely to see how this historic transition unfolds. One thing is certain, Manchester United is entering one of the most pivotal chapters in its 146-year history. With vast financial resources, an ambitious vision, and a yearning among fans for glory days to return, Sheikh Jassim's takeover could mark the rebirth of a sleeping giant. As the red flag rises again at Old Trafford, supporters around the world will be hoping that this is finally the beginning of a new golden era for Manchester United.